putting the glasses on today.
I am.
When you do it, at least it's serious. When I put the sunglasses on, it's obnoxious or whatever.
It's stupid, yeah. So, due to popular demand, people like numbers, analytics.
Oh boy.
So, Timmy, I mean Timmy.
Ooh, I'm Timmy today. That's
You're.
not good.
I've got a scenario for you.
Okay.
Because you keep talking about opening a hobby
Scenarios.
store.
Oh no.
Okay.
Timmy's really.
So
yeah.
here's. I'm gonna set up here for
Dream
you. Okay?
Crushers here. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got your 150K somehow. You like.
Timmy has 150K.
Well, he got the money. He opened a store. Okay. He got he scraped it together.
Sure.
You know, he probably maxed out 7 credit cards, and wife has no idea.
Has no idea
how much money he's in. Okay.
Yeah.
So we're gonna get past the preamble there. It's
okay.
already open. Okay?
Whoa.
You had your soft opened, and it's January 1st, and so you've been open for 2 months, like softly. The softest open.
Softest open, yeah.
Okay, and now you're ready to see, like, I'm open, and we're gonna track this next year. Okay.
All right.
And so
Timmy's at least a bit organized, I guess. That's good.
Okay.
Yeah.
And actually, we're not only that, you've had I'm gonna take it further. You've had your first year. Okay.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Or it doesn't really matter if you have or haven't. But the point is, you just you figured out. You're like, I think I did pretty well. I did $1,000 a day. Okay.
Okay.
So, everyone in the class, how much money is that? Do we know?
$1,000 a day is 365,000 schmeckles.
It is.
Schmeckly bows.
Right here. Okay. You see that?
Whoa.
I see this number.
Uh-oh.
Do you know why it's that number? Do we know, Timmy? Do we? Do you know?
Is Timmy discounting?
Of course.
Well, yeah. Timmy loves it. Timmy's one of the people.
Timmy's one of the people.
Timmy's one of the people.
So he looks at what everyone's doing.
Yeah.
Right.
He's like, I'm gonna do that too.
So where do we get 27? Well, GW max discounting on GW is 15 off, so that's 30%. But he also sells some magic.
Right, which is worse. Yeah.
So we kind of we give him a little generous number. This is a generous number, actually.
Okay. You're very generous.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So 360. Do you know what 365 at 27% margin is?
365.
Do you know what that? Well, it's I'll tell you what the cost is.
Oh my god.
It's 266,450.
That's how much money he
spent. That much money.
So distributors are actually really happy with Timmy.
Distributors love Timmy.
Games Workshop made some good money off Timmy.
So he brought in 365, but he spent 266.
Okay,
leaving him
so
with
we're about 99.
90, very good.
Yeah,
you're like, he's pretty this guy.
He's good at math. A long time ago.
Okay, that's a profit. Bolded.
Wow, gross profit, but yeah.
So you're like, man, I gotta come home to my wife and be like, I made almost 100K this year.
I made some money. Okay.
Not so fast though.
Whoa, slow down, Timmy. All right.
Do we know what this means?
Ooh, I knew there was a catch.
Fixed costs.
I'm sure. Well, I guess Timmy's not selling out of his car in the parking lot.
No, he has a real store.
He has a business. He's a brick and mortar store.
Yeah, because watched our videos, so he knows that. He knows that.
Games Workshop also doesn't sell to you if you have a van. You have to have a store.
Yeah. Okay. So what are fixed costs? You know what those are, Timmy?
I think you have to pay rent. Maybe your phone bill.
Yep. Well, let's start with the top one.
Okay. It's definitely rent, right?
So let's talk about rent.
Yeah.
Okay. $60,000. Right?
Sure.
Okay. You got.
It's always higher than you think.
5,000 times 12. I found, and that's, by the way, up here, that could be like a little unit in a busy plaza.
Yep.
Maybe you get something bigger, like off the beaten path or whatever. But there you go. 60K. Gone.
So your landlord's happy too.
Gone. Yeah.
So far you've made the distributor happy. And your landlord happy. Okay, cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Utilities.
Utensils?
Utils.
Yeah.
I had to short form it.
Oh yeah, you have to turn the power on.
It's $600 times 12 months. Okay.
You got heating,
$7,200. Cooling, gas, phone, internet,
bills,
alarm,
business internet.
Business.
It starts with a B.
If it starts with a B, it costs more.
What Timmy doesn't know is when you open a business account,
that's right.
It's twice as bad and twice as expensive.
Twice as bad, twice as expensive. Yeah. Correct. Alarm system.
Oh, the alarm system.
Gotta pay.
You want insurance, right?
Oh.
You won't even get insurance if you don't have an alarm system.
This is just.
Yeah.
Lights. Lights, heating.
Lights, camera,
AC.
action. Lights, camera, action. Got it.
Lights, camera, action. Okay. Ooh, I like this one.
This one's good.
Oh, Sorry.
Oh, this one. I'm glad you added this one.
People forget about this guy. Ooh, costs money to make money, buddy.
Does it though? Oh man.
Yeah.
I thought it was
every
just
time you zip that card. Do you think the customer takes that hit?
No, they get benefits.
Amex gives them the bonuses.
That's right.
Off of your back.
You have to pay for it.
You got to pay for it.
You got to pay for their bonuses.
$1,500. That's probably low.
That's probably low. Actually,
that's probably low.
Yeah. Especially if they're using internet stuff, like
internet
Shopify
stuff.
and Binder and stuff.
Yeah. You want to buy something online? Okay. Ooh, the I word.
Oh man, yeah, it always gets you.
Yep. This is another. Actually, I think we pay more than this, but anyway, it depends on where you are and what you're insuring. But you got to insure all the stuff in the building, and even then, there's usually still more costs. There's deductibles,
especially when the insurance company's like, "Sorry, you have how many people in your store doing what and this sort of thing." So
Yep. Are we done yet?
I feel like we're not done yet.
Are we done? Does that sound about right? Ooh, you're not ready. I don't think you're ready for this one.
Oh, okay. No. Okay. Ooh, shrinkage.
Shrinkage.
Shit.
By the way, that's
under the industry standard.
It's under the standard. I was being generous to you, Timmy.
That's if Timmy's like a demon at greeting people and he's got good visibility. It's not even
just straight up stealing.
It's not just stealing. No,
it's like dead products.
Yeah. Most retail companies will put 6 or 7%.
Ooh. Well, man, I could do that, but then you would really be sad. So
Timmy would be paying for you to go to his store.
So your fixed cost, do you know how much that adds up to? Math whiz, quick, 3 seconds.
75, 80,000.
Oh, yeah, okay. $80,900. So this minus this.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, we got 17,650 left. Whoa. That's something. It's not zero.
Okay.
Now, are you open every day?
Well, I feel like Timmy would have to be.
Yeah. Every day, 8 hours a day is 2,912 hours. And congratulations, you just made $6 an hour, buddy. So let's talk about. So you spent 150K. You maxed out all your credit cards.
Well, you didn't even put interest on there.
No. This is like there's a lot of things missing from here.
Yeah, this is like I think the thing is Jay's being pretty generous.
And you work yourself to the bone every day.
A lot of people have loans.
365
to open a business too.
And you just made a cool $6 an hour there.
But you did it for the love.
Now the other question is, by the way, looking at that, so based on your initial investment, you're in what 8 years to make that money back?
I forgot about that.
You might make it back.
I forgot about the investment.
That's assuming every dollar you just made went back to paying off those loans and nothing else. By the way, oh, actually no, plus interest. So it's probably more like 14 years or whatever.
Interest is a B.
Yeah. How's it feel, Timmy? How does it feel to open the shop?
Timmy's probably closing after a couple of years with numbers like that. That's probably what's actually happening. Well, I mean, like, we were at a convention a couple weeks ago, and one of the guys was asking, the guy who's like running one of the departments at the local distributor, and he's like, "Oh, how many people turned up for this?" He's like, "Well, we have an extra 100 people this year, but there's also what do you say? 30% of the accounts that came last year are no longer accounts, which is a nice way to say they closed."
Yeah. Yep. They did.
And looking at those numbers, when you see them, it is not surprising, right?
Well, I had another one person be like, what do I need to do to make $4,000 to take home $4,000 a month?
Okay.
And times, so that what does that end up being? 48,000 or 50K a year or something like that?
In like net profit.
Well, like to take home, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, well, at the margins, you so 360, you have to almost double that at that margin to get to have this like income that you decided that you need or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's insane. It's no joke. Like you need a lot of capital. You need to be insane.
Yeah.
And this is just to keep up with the Joneses, so to speak, of all the other competitive business, because the market is like extremely competitive.
Well, that's the thing, right? So like you might open and things might go well for you, and then because there's absolutely no protection on your boundaries or anything like that. Someone 2 minutes away might open up a shop and do the exact same thing
as you.
And for whatever godforsaken reason, be willing to do it for less money.
Even less.
Yeah. and then you're just like, huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, the fixed costs stay fixed, a lot of them. Not like the processing fees and like some of the things, but a lot of things like rent and, well, that's actually not true either. Rent does go up. Historically.
Usually goes up.
Usually landlords love to build in what they call escalation into your rent. Yeah. They get to make their extra money every year. So that's not true either. But some costs do stay fixed. So the more you can increase your revenue, you generally can make bigger chunks of that money back. But it is extremely punishing to have a small business at the low end because the fixed costs are so high.
This isn't even including the contingency, like just stuff happening that you...
Right. What happened to us in the first 5 years? I forget.
Oh, we needed a new roof.
Was there a flood?
There was a flood.
There was a flood in our store. Yeah. That was the biggest thing for sure.
The flood was not great.
Flood. I feel like there was other things. I blocked them out because they were so dramatic.
Oh, yeah. There was. Yeah. There was a few costs that we incurred that were we didn't expect for sure.
Like things like a door going, or like I don't know, little minor renovo things and furnaces and stuff. I don't know. There's always stuff going on, and even that, like sometimes you just need to improve your store. Like you're like, oh, this new product's coming out. I need a display for it. I need to go buy shelves. I need to go, like, you didn't even build in any additional capital expenses.
That's right.
Like, we want to make a nice painting table for our customers. Like, we're assuming already that Timmy maybe has a whole bunch of extra things already to use. Like,
or just you got Final Fantasy coming in. You got an extra 10, 15 G's to throw on that because if you
probably
don't,
going on the credit card, right?
The 8th credit card.
There's a lot of banks will give you an 8th credit card.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Timmy promised his wife a vacation.
Extend and pretend.
Timmy promised his wife a vacation.
Yeah.
Although I don't know how he's going to be in two places at once. He has to be open.
I mean, and you a lot of people will hire staff right away too.
Which
is crazy.
Oh boy.
Right? I hear stories about that.
Well, that's where that 17K is going to go.
Because they're like, well, I'm not going to work 7 days a week.
Right.
You're like, well, you're already doing it wrong.
Yeah.
If you're not willing to die in your store or whatever.
Yeah. So whenever someone's like, oh, this place is cheaper, and I say, well, I just want to make a living, this is why.
That's usually our answer. It's like, well, we pay a living wage in our shop to people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and by people, I mean ourselves.
Yeah. So
we're by no means millionaires, believe me. You probably saw that chart there. It's so. No, it's interesting to see the numbers and how they work.
So, for example, if you use the full margin, the 40 or whatever you say, 40 or 45%, that $98,000 profit number would be like $160,000, for example.
So now you've built in yourself a lot of extra money there.
So you would just add like 50, 60K to this.
And it just all goes to your profit.
Yeah. So now you actually have money to do things. Maybe you have a staff member.
But Timmy didn't spend his time like working at a hobby store and learning how like the business works. So maybe they don't feel like they have any value to offer people that come in, right? So they have to discount.
I mean, everything I know about Timmy is there's not a lot of things he's great at in terms of the hobby. So maybe that wasn't a good.
But Timmy likes the hobby.
He loves the hobby.
Enough?
Sure.
Shouldn't that be
Everyone
enough, Jay?
loves the hobby.
Shouldn't it be enough just to like the hobby?
Yeah. He's, he knows how to like do a lot of like, well, I mean, a lot, but he knows how to do other things.
I'd say
other
a lot.
Things he
would say a lot.
He knows how to do other things that he could be doing. It's not as fun.
No, I mean like McDonald's is hiring for $19 an hour. So
True.
I mean,
True.
I'm not even hitting on those people.
You can make 3 times the money.
You can make 3x the money, invest 0, and come out like a badass or whatever.
Correct. Yeah. So he could be. Yeah, he probably could have just taken that 150K investment and put it in the stock market, or maybe not this year, but over time, he would do all right.
Even this year, over time, like it's always over time.
Yeah, you're buying the dip or whatever. Sure,
you do well over time.
Yeah. So, anyway, so what do you think, Timmy? Are you still? What are you doing? You still?
I feel like you're the.
shut her down,
I feel like you're the ghost of future Christmas or whatever.
Yeah.
You're showing me my tombstone, and I'm Ebenezer Scrooge, but like the poor version.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're like, what do you want to do? I'm like, I don't feel like I can do anything.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm now trapped or whatever.
This came to me earlier, and I know people. I've been doing these little, what do you call it? Additional hobby store videos, and I was like, we gotta get into some numbers here, and it is sobering. You're like, holy crap! Even like 10 years later, I'm like looking at this thing, and I'm like, how did we even get here? Like, this is insanity. So I like to say in the videos, I was like, this always comes back to like that space you pick, how much the rent is. Like, it's all these research-based things, like what you stock and how much of it and why you price it. But like ultimately, like you keep coming back to it saying is like, what are you offering?
Yeah.
Because I think the other thing that Timmy's and people are like ignoring is like, okay, so you open the door, but why are people going to come to your store? And the only thing that adds to it is I often hear stories where there's like a bunch of stores in an area already. So you're like, why would those people that are regulars over there suddenly come to you? Because like the price is the same. Maybe the, unless like, even if you make the same play space, and it's like in some regions, it's like this weird escalating, like you have 5,000, I'm going to get 8,000. The other guy's like, you have 8,000, I got to get 15,000 square feet. Like, look, what are we doing?
We're making some happy landlords.
Like, what is happening here? Right. So, and if you're all carrying the same stuff and you're all ordering it in huge quantities, like where is like, how is this? There's a saturation point. And then with online stores being so, ubiquitous or whatever, like, How is what you're offering even special there? Everyone's got free $100 whatever free shipping, and you can get stuff in a couple days and whatever. So I don't know. Opening a store in modern times right now, again, there's definitely markets that you can open stores in for sure. Sure. There's 100%. There's some markets that you could do fine in, but it's.
Well, I think we had a real case for that when we opened, I think.
Sure.
So, like we did our market research, and we didn't open where we even lived because there was no reason to.
We opened a half hour away.
Because we knew that was a better spot long term for us, and that's changed since then. Yeah. There's like 5 or 6 new stores in our area, which is crazy. Yeah. But
even this little thing, right? You have stores that were primarily card stores that have started to carry some more Hammer and stuff like that. It's like that's. And so now you have certain products, new releases and things that are, like, we're not the only ones bringing them in.
Nope.
Like, so again,
that can't be your only thing.
So even though like store nearby doesn't have the hobby supplies, the hobby know-how, even the table space or any of that, they have the same product I do, 15% off. And so I'm going to bleed a few sales here and there. Obviously we've built up our clientele, but it's, and that's us knowing exactly what we're doing and how to do it and all that stuff. Like, and being able to provide the extra value added. Yeah, and it's still really hard. Even with all that. It's still really hard even with all that. The lesson is, check your ego and your arrogance and really think about it and do. You want to open a hobby store? Go work part time at a hobby store. Go work while you're doing another job and see how it actually. And try and get some numbers, like real numbers from that store, if you can, to figure out like what is how many people are in, what's the taken, what are they? How many? What are they, when they buy stuff? How much do they buy and why and things like that? Sometimes they just have like a stupid location. Yeah, like a really good location. Yep. And it's like the reasons they have it are crazy, and the rent they're paying is like way below mark, or they own the building or something, and there's some like hidden sort of like thing that you can point to that says like, oh, these guys have this extra thing that I'm not going to have. Yeah. So like. Is that the main reason they're successful, right? Like you have to kind of like, you have to really know. I mean, sometimes they're just the firstest with the mostest. Firstest, Napoleon style, yeah. And then you're like, okay, that's a big thing. And you might not be able to dislodge that no matter how you try. Like, there's shops around us in different cities that have been there for like 20, 25 years, 30 years. And they're just institutions, right? Yeah. Like that's the place everyone goes, well, my dad shopped there, so I shopped there, like that sort of thing, right? So, yeah. So, anyway. Well, that was fun. You blindsided me with that one. I know. Yeah. I thought you'd like that. I usually blindside Jay with the topics, so it's a nice turnaround there for Timmy to experience that. Hopefully, you guys got some enjoyment out of the grim reality of the small business.
Because I think it's probably it's not just hobby stores. This is just like a small business thing, like in general. I think like
it is, yeah. But I like to drive home though that it's with anything, but because Warhammer or just like some like even cards to an extent, but Warhammer board games like this, these are like an even more niche thing than you think. Like it really is. It's tough to just throw it on a shelf and just be like, yep, this is going to be fine.
And have hundreds of people walking through the door like right away and be like, oh yeah, this is something I need or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just not the case, right?
It's not.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. We're always looking for topics on our Patreon. If you want to make some suggestions, get on there. We're going to be doing some exciting stuff in May, which is now technically. So check us out. Give us a sub if you haven't already. We appreciate you all, and leave us a comment. Thanks so much.
Thanks. Bye.